Okay, we're going to write the equation of a quadratic function given its graph. Okay, so what we're going to be given, the information in this, we're going to be given the vertex, h and k, and we're going to be given a point somewhere else on that parabola, x and y. Okay, and we're going to use this vertex form of a quadratic function, and we're going to plug in h and k, the numbers in here, h and k, and we're also going to plug in the x and y, the numbers, and this f of x is going to be our y because they're interchangeable. Okay, and we'll plug all that in. So the only thing that we won't be plugging in is the a. So we won't be given the a. The a is what we're going to have to figure out. Okay, and when we get it all done and figure out our a, we'll write our answer in this form. Okay, so let's look at our first problem. So here's the graph. And we've got, let's see, we've got the vertex. Vertex, remember, is h and k, is 2, -1. 2 and -1. Okay, that's our h and our k. Then we've got a point on the graph. And that point for us is going to be 5, 8. That's our x and our y. Okay, and we have y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So I'll plug in. So y is 8, a we don't know, x is 5, minus h, so minus 2 squared, plus k is -1, so I'll put -1. Okay, and I need to solve this for a. Okay, so let's see what the inside of here, 5 minus 2 is 3, so 8 is equal to a times 3 squared minus 1. Let's move that 1 over, and let's also square that 3. So if we move the 1 over by adding, it'll be a 9 on the other side. And then we get 9a. And then if I divide both sides by 9, I get a is equal to 1. Okay, so I would put a 1 here in place of a, and then I'll plug in my h and k. Okay, so y is equal to 1 times x minus 2 is my h squared. Now we're not putting, like we did here, we're not putting the numbers in there for anymore because we did that to find a only. Now we want it in terms of x and y. Okay, so x minus 2 minus 1. We don't need to write the 1 out front, so we'll just write it as this, x minus 2 squared minus 1. This is the same thing as this graph. Okay, let's do another one. So in this one, we've got the vertex. The vertex is -5, 5. Remember, that's h and k. And then we've got a point, -6 and 2. Okay, and that's our x and our y. Okay, so recall y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. I'm going to plug in y, x, h, and k so that I can figure out what a is. Okay, so 2 equals a times -6 minus a -5. Okay, the minus was from here and from here, so 2 minuses, so minus a negative, squared, plus 5. Okay, the minus turns into plus, so we get 2 is equal to a times -6 plus 5 squared plus 5. -6 plus 5 is -1, so 2 is equal to a times -1 squared plus 5. -1 squared is -1 times -1, so a negative times a negative makes a positive, so it just turns into a 1. So we don't write it at all, we just write the a. 2 equals a plus 5. Subtract the 5 to the other side. 2 minus 5 is -3. So a is equal to -3. Given that piece of information, I can now write my function. Y is equal to, I'll put my a in, my a is -3, so -3 parentheses x minus h, so x minus a -5, x minus a -5 becomes a plus 5 squared, and then plus k, or plus 5. Okay, so this is this graph. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so this time I've got a vertex of 4, -4, and I've got a point 5, -6. H, K, X, Y. Okay, so recall y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. I'm going to plug in y, x, h, and k so I can figure out what a is. Okay, so I get -6 equals a times 5 minus 4 squared. My k is -4, so minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 1, and 1 squared is just 1. So this whole parentheses here turns into a 1, so I'll just leave it as an a. So -6 is equal to a minus 4. If I add 4 to both sides to get a by itself, -6 plus 4 is -2. Okay, so my a is -2. And now I can write my quadratic function. Y is equal to -2 parentheses x minus h, or minus 4 squared minus 4. Now this is the same as this graph. And that's it.